Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, can Audra trust Victor's deal on The Young and the Restless? Now, the answer to that is an obvious, universal hell to no. But for some odd reason, they decided to make Audra stupid. So, this is pretty much where we're at this point, there, people. We are talking about all the soaps. You know what they are. Sit there and get into the roll call. Let's get this started. Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Mod's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Mod, aka Mr. GQ, had to sit there and add that in there. Queen of the South. How's the lovely Queen doing tonight? How you doing, Francis? Crystal's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis says, I think Audra is acting desperate and cannot trust Victor. Yes. Part of me feels like, I should have put this as a poll question, but I usually don't have time to do that. Queen itself says, hello, Albert there. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. It is good to see you, Queen. How are you doing tonight? And Valerie, it's been a hot minute. I want to call you slap the taste out of Willow's mouth. Ah, I think you saw my video. You saw my video. I think you did see my video because I saw your comment. I'm doing good, Black Mom. It's a long day. You know how it is. Francis said, did you see the new Daniel coming to? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. See what that's like. Of course, I gotta sit there and see how the queen is doing. But yeah, I mean, listen. Carly vexed my goddamn nerves today. Carly vexed. Oh, where's my music at? I'm like, there's something that's missing. Okay, where's my music at? Yeah, Carly vexed my goddamn nerves today. Carly vexed it. What's my drink at? You got a lot to talk about here, people. Oh, I'll ask this question now, then I'll ask this question later on tonight. So, for the people that watch all 5 soap operas, 3 more years, Francis, 3 more years, which I'm happy about. But for the people that watch all 5 soap operas, I want to sit there and know an order for the new soaps for the current ones right now. What is your favorite order? I mean, what is your favorite intros from best to least? And this is for the people that watch all 5 soap operas. I am too, Black Man. You know me. I don't. We don't need to lose any more soaps. Somebody was saying, "I want Born Beautiful canceled." Like, all right, broski. We don't have time to listen to your exes. That Oh, and Valerie says, and Drew with his comment, we don't have time to list your exes that are related. Yo, Drew was cooking today. Yo, let me tell you something, Valerie. Even the people that did not like Drew had to sit there and look at how hot that burn was. And Autumn said that, but while I don't agree with Willow and how she's handling the situation, it just looked really bad all around. But Michael is the only one who can claim his children and have that say not Drew or Carly. And damn sure not Carly. Goddamn sure ain't Carly. Yeah, he was he was cooking today. He was cooking today. Carly was on one, yo. Carly was fucking on one. Oh my lord, Carly was. Oof. I mean, like I said, she was hitting all my damn nerves in the worst way. I'm like, how many times did they sit there and tell that chick to sit there and get out? And she just kept getting more. Listen, when this drink started hitting me, I'm gonna sit there and start saying some stuff that y'all some Carly fans, y'all ain't gonna like it. Francis says right now Gates is on the bottom, but it's still new trying to get established. I believe it will get better. Oh, okay. No, but no, Francis, what I meant was as far as their intro. You know how they all have their intros and stuff. Beyond the Gates has his intro, Bold and the Beautiful has his intro. If you had to list from best to worst as far as their intros, you know how they do their intros. What will be the best from the worst? That's right, Francis. I think I actually was a little bit too tame, if we're going to be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100% real. I think I was a little too goddamn tame. Maybe I should have went a little hard on Carly. Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy. Uh, Kelly says us Carly fans ain't going to like what? After a couple of these drinks is going to hit me, y'all ain't going to like what I have to sit there and say about your girl Carly. If you thought my review was bad, oh, child. I mean, your girl Carly was on one. Oh my lord. And she was just so out of pocket too. I'm like, girl, these ain't your goddamn kids. If you don't roll your ass up and out this goddamn house where you came from. Sean says, I never thought I'd say this, but Carly was right. How are you doing tonight, Sean? Um, we have about a couple hours. I'm going to sit there and talk about all the ways that she was wrong. And I'm going to enjoy every single minute of it. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Sean. I'm sending my dad some terrible emojis right now. Okay, I'm actually sending him this shit emoji because I'm a brat like that. Oh well, then good night. God, lady, you stop it. You know I love you. I keep forgetting there's times I gotta sit in our relationship. There's times I gotta apparently be Steve Harvey. Francis says, Albert, what do you think about Alexis putting Christina in the loony bin? Listen, I think that Kyrus is going to be hella happy about that. If he saw that, I want to sit there and get his opinion because I know he's going to be laughing his ass. I agree, though. I agree. Was good, Double C. I agree. Send her ass in a goddamn padded room because clearly trying to clean up Christina's messes ain't working. The last time that she did that, she almost actually went up in jail. Which, by the way, are we going to talk about how? Are we going to sit there and talk about how the gun that was sent to clear um, Alexis? Where did that come from? We going to talk about that? I know we all didn't have amnesia, right? Double C says, "How must be freezing over because I'm rooting for Carly today." Oh, you poor lad. Um, and Sean says, "Cat lady, how are you?" Yes, how is my gorgeous queen doing today? Yeah, Carly was out of. Yo, listen, if Carly would have sat there, She just playing. That's her wacky sense of humor. She loves me. She loves me, people. She loves me. Um, exactly, double C. That's our vibe. That's our light flirting. Um, Sean says, "But do you think Willow's right?" Yes, I do. I know. I mean, listen, moving in with Drew, I can see where Michael would have a problem with it, but at the end of the day, it's not Carly's kids. Carly needs to sit there and mind the business that pays her, like making sure that I don't know somebody else doesn't get tossed out of a goddamn window again. Maybe she should sit there and be. Maybe she should be sitting there minding the business that pays her, like to make sure that nobody gets knocked out of a window. Because at the end of the day, it's not her kids. Yeah, exactly. It's her grandkids. It's not her kids, though. The mother actually has more right than the grandmother does. That's just how that works. That's just the law. Um, so, and she could be the grandmother all she wants, but she also needs to sit there and learn how to stay in her lane. When Michael gets better, when Michael can sit there and fight for her kids and everything like that, and you'll be all good in the hood. What's good, Ethel? Legally, yes. She adopted Wiley. That's the thing. Legally speaking, from a legal standpoint, Wiley is technically Willow is technically Wiley is technically Willow's son from a legal standpoint because she did legally adopt him. So it's on tonight. Absolutely, Sean. Listen, it is on tonight. It is on 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. I should probably calm down a little bit. I don't want to sit there and come across like I'm being like Kyrie. So let me take a bit of a step back. Francis says, "How is Willow explaining to her kids that they are moving in with Drew?" It's a good question. It's a good question. But I was like, oh, I'm channeling my inner Kyrie. So let me tone that down a little bit. Kelly says, "I so need now to come back to life. Now we'll see the new Michael. Now we see the new Michael is being recast." Francis says, "No, but it's Friday. It's Friday night. Bring it." Okay. I just, it's like, damn it if you do that. Trust me, you thought I was going hard in that review, Francis. You have a couple more of these goddamn drinks. We're gonna sit there and see how hard I go tonight. But of course, that's obviously not going to be the only so we're talking about. Blackmouth says, "Don't tone it down. This is exciting in so many ways." In so many ways. Oh. God, lady, I love you. You stop it. Francis, yeah, she posted, yeah. If Francis, if you go to Cat Lady's channel, it's under her post about the recast and everything. I mean, come on, my love. I'm just not there giving the people what they want. Hmm. But yes, fun, 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 fun stuff. Francis says, "Yeah, of course." Listen, Francis. You should also subscribe to Cat Lady too. She also does reviews and stuff, and she does some really good shorts. So definitely check out her channel. I'm back to being myself. Oh, of course, Black Man. I wouldn't have you be any other way other than yourself. That's good though. Yeah, it was a good day for the soaps. I tell you that much. What the hell is happening on GH? Honestly, tell you the truth. Oh shit. Francis says 23 in the chat and 4 likes. Oh man, I gotta sit there and cheat. Hit that like button, people, because it really does help. Hit that like button. Thank you, Sean. Now we got 8. Appreciate you. Thank you, and thank you, Francis, for reminding the chat that. I have to tell you, I think that, well, like I said, there was that. There was, wow. Thank you, Sean. There was Alexis finally being like, yeah, I need to sit there and take. It does, cat lady, because if I can get my percentage to 666, I can take a picture of that, and I have that. That'd be awesome. But yeah, you had that going on. Okay. I wonder what Portia is going to do with Drew's medical records. So many giving it. So Sonny giving it to Natalia today. Oh, you mean yesterday, right? Um, yeah, the end of that friendship. I was hoping it was going to be a Sonny and Natalia, you know, loving the afternoon scene. Ronnie Ron just got home. Kelly says you're walk you're what walking 666 definitely you're cooking too. I'm gonna straighten you out. Black Mom said let's put in the 69. That is always a fun number. That is always a fun number, Black Mom. Yeah, that's right. You are walking 666. You're definitely cooking too. Oh, no, my love. I just read it fast. See, Francis. This is what happens when you love a sassy diva. Happens when you love a sassy diva. They just think they can just say whatever they want because they're sexy. Anyway, what else happened on General Hospital? So yeah, there's going to be no budding romance with um Sonny and Natalia. So that's a shame. I can't take this, Sasha. Donna Drew. Oh, Sean. Maybe I should sit down and put that in my title tomorrow. In my title tomorrow for the live stream. Sean says, I want Jason Anna. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Princess says, Cat Lady always brings the fire, Audra, and you love it. Goddamn right I do, Francis. They're going to have to straighten out Miss Kitty. I know, Callie, it's such a shame. Such a shame. Last day was good, my friend. You ready to cook tonight? Bold and the Beautiful actually happened today. I think they made one of killing off Leo. Ron says, I just been listening to your review on Rest Repeat. You were saying for the previews next week that they're killing Liam off, which is false. Phoenix Tremaine did a video on the actor. Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you, Ron. I will definitely take a look. I haven't checked out Phoenix Tremaine's channel in so long. How do you spell his name? No, it's no shame. It's a happy day. Well, Cat Lady, it's a shame for me, though. It's a shame for me because I really want to see that play out, my love. Thought it would have been very, hot and, sexy. Oh, thank you, Francis. Thank you. Yeah, I just got to his video. I'm gonna save it now. He's so bad. What's good, Duan? How you doing tonight? Leslie says, yes, I am. B&B, it's been so well since last Thursday, and in this episode with all what makes the bow and the beautiful whole. B&B has been doing great last Thursday, but this episode went back to being crap. Why did it go back to being crap for? Why? Okay, why you didn't like it? Why you didn't like it today, Dom? Blackmon says, I'm waiting for an invitation to Albert and Cat Lady's wedding. I was gonna be fired. Anything for my queen. I'm doing good, Duan. I'm doing good. I'm towing the line on how far, I could sit there and talk about Carly before Cat Lady gets upset with me. But I'm doing good. How are you doing? I wonder if Kyrie's is actually streaming tonight. Went to look at his page, but I didn't say anything. Yeah, it's funny, Francis. Somebody sat there and said, well, why didn't she just resign? But if she did resign, and like the plan is going to backfire more on Carly than anything else, is if it's up to Albert, look for that in 6 years. She talked about that drink that I still got to go and get. It'll be a lot sooner than 6 years. Blackman, she talking about that drink that I still have up on my dresser that I gotta sit there and get, but I still have it though. I just have to find the right liquor store to go and get it from. Shit, it'll be the end of this goddamn year. Oh, so he's not going nowhere. Okay. All right. Nah, I can't leave. Having my way be at the end of this goddamn year. Get that wedding going. It'll be so great. Wink, wink. Here we go. Here we go. Wink, wink says Carly has a history of her children being in danger from her poor life choices. She's not going to be awarded custody on Michael's behalf. That deserves a clap. Lastly says it was back to the non-interesting storyline. I don't need to see a repeat of Liam Steffi and Holt love triangle with Electra and Luna. Taylor, Brooke, no. No Leah, no good. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't see that happening. Drew's gonna be comfortable right where he's at. In the attic, Sean. He's been in the attic with all the other forgotten kids and characters. What are your thoughts of Vivian wanting half her share? I mean, it's classic Vivian, of course. I'm just more shocked. I'm just more shocked that in the previews, Vivian outed her son. She had no problems with this selling Philip down the drain. And to Xander no less. Like what? Francis says I was laughing so hard with Luna and her disguise, that mustache. You know what, Francis? I'm very happy that you were laughing. I'm like, at least somebody was laughing. Because if I was gonna laugh, at least you got to laugh. What's good, Danny? It's been a minute. How you been, Danny R? Lastly, it says I don't really care who Will sleeps with or dates or doesn't date. What's your issue with Will? Why you don't like Will for? I yeah. What's your issue with Will? I'll try to go light on you tonight. What's your issue with Will? With Will Spencer? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Danny. You know, Vivian is an effing vampire. That's why. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what goes down with that. I was watching the previews a few seconds before I started the stream, and you got Rafe trying to hook up with Sammy. Like, what are you doing? I mean, I know the girl. I know Jada. Okay, hold on. Lassie says honestly not a big fan of his father, so I guess some of that shit goes on to him, and I am talking about Bill. I'm talking about Josh. What you don't okay, so okay, we'll get to why that feels kind of out of pocket that you don't like the son because of the father. But what you got against Joshua Murrow? You know, the actor that plays Nick. What do you have against the actor that plays Joshua Murrow? Okay, okay. So the actor, what you don't like about the actor in real life? No, the actor's real name is Joshua Morrow. Joshua Morrow. What's good, Queen Janet? How are you doing tonight? But no, what do you have against the actor that plays Joshua Morrow? I'm not talking about Nick Newman. I'm talking about Joshua Morrow. Morrow. Sean, I thought Carter and Brooke were gonna kiss. Really? I don't know. I'm just very petty. Okay, I was talking about Nick Newman actor though. I'm just I'm trying to follow this sense of logic because you said this in Kyrie's stream, and I always want to ask you about that. I'm like, you have a problem with Nick Newman on The Young and Restless. Well, okay, I'm sorry. I don't understand that shit. Like, I really don't. Like, if you don't like Nick Newman, that's one thing. But Nick Newman is a character on Y&R. Will Spencer is a character on The Bold and the Beautiful. Those two characters aren't related. So, like, unless you have a problem with the actor that plays Nick Newman, Jonas, I am drinking Moscato. Moscato. Did you hear the news that General Hospital signed the actor that plays? Well, I heard about the actor. I didn't know. I don't know who that is, but I did. I did hear. I did hear about that though. Exactly, Double C. That's what I'm sitting there trying to understand. Like, because Double C. Last day sitting there saying, "Well, I don't like Will Spencer because of Nick Newman, of because his father Nick Newman." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Wing says thoughts on the B&B preview. It looked like it's going to be good. It looked like it's going to be funny. It looked like it's going to be funny. Um, and she's shoving cake in her face and shit. Janice says thoughts on B&B this week. I mean, thoughts on Beyond the Gate. Was it boring? I thought it had some good moments. It has some good moments, but I think it's starting to settle in like the other shows. You know, it was parts I didn't care about. I think the worst one was the fashion show, to be honest. It's definitely slowed down. Honestly, I don't get it either. Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm not. I'm none of that shit makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. Last day, like, if you don't like Nick Newman, you don't like Nick Newman. That's something separate. Um, that's something separate from Will Spencer. Like that doesn't even make any sense. You're just not just saying being petty, but like, unless you have a problem with Joshua Marrow, like I don't. Exactly, Wayne. That's what I'm like. I don't understand. Like, what is he talking about? He's saying I'm being petty, but I'm like, who are you being petty to? Do you not like Nick Newman, or do you not like Joshua Morrow? Francis says, "Did you see Jack coming back to B&B in June?" No, I didn't. No, but I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know who Jack. You mean Jack Wagner? That's the act. That's the husband of the actress that plays Felicia, right? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, right? Or they were married, or they're still married. I don't know. I haven't really. Frisco, thank you, Sean. Yeah, I haven't really watched B&B that long, so I don't really know who his character was on B&B. Francis says he plays Nick Moran. Oh, okay. Oh yes, people just okay. Oh, Francis, that's who you're talking about, Nick. Yes, okay, thank you, Ron. Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, thank you, Francis. Okay. I heard about the character, but all right, that'd be cool. Rich Sad Brother. Okay. Ah, okay. Thank you, Wayne. Also, thank you for understanding. Thank you for understanding what I was attempting to ask. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, half of that shit was just kind of giving me a headache. I'm like, what are you talking about? I understand what the topic. Why someone do not like Joshua Marr. I don't understand it either. Like I don't understand it either. Do I understand? I thought a new actor would be playing Nick. Um, I think I invest too much of my time into soaps that hating on characters because I mean I just don't understand the train of thought. That's my issue. I don't understand the train of thought. Like if we had a problem with Joshua Morrow, okay, fine. I gotta stop hating on all because of who his father is in real life. Yeah, you should really do that. Like you should really do that like tomorrow. Like you should really do that tomorrow because I mean you should just do that in general, but like I don't understand that. So I'm gonna move on. Because I feel like I'm like you I feel like you don't even understand what you're saying. So anyway, Ronnie, he's not attacking the actors. I don't he's not attacking the actors. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Um, Cat Lady's being her usual sassy, cute, sexy self. Wayne says Nick was the only one who could put Ridge in his place. Oh, then that's gonna be good. Yes, I did hear about that. I did hear about that. That's gonna be good. Sean says I like the scene today between Emma and Anna. What you liked about it? What's good, Island? Sean says Christina being in Ferncliff would be funny. Imagine doctors montage. Oh, Montague returning. I don't know how funny that would be, but okay. Oh, okay. Ron says, "Did you like the sirens and the sync? Because in my opinion, they were like fillers." Um, I didn't hate it. I didn't care either way. I wouldn't sit there and say they were fillers because it does play into Sarah's character as far as feeling guilty about lying and accepting all this admiration or getting praise and everything like that, getting gifts, and she's lying to this man who is loving her and so I wouldn't sit there and say it was really I wouldn't sit there and say it was filler. It did matter. That was she says B&B Nick does have a son with Brooke. His name is Jack. Oh wow, okay. Island says Carly went off on Willow. Willow gave as good as she got. They both messy. I mean they are Island, but I do feel that Carly was out of pocket. We're not gonna sit there and dance around the shit. That's what we're not gonna do. Carly was out of pocket. She's sitting there talking about how Willow's a bad mother, and yet her son is in a burn unit because of the man who she chose. This is the second time that Michael has been hurt because of Carly's actions. Remember, he was shot, and then you got back together with him. Like, like seriously, you got back. I don't understand how you gonna sit there and say she's a bad mother, but yet your ass. No, we not gonna do this. That's what we not gonna do. That's what no. Nope. Fuck that. I, Cat lady, John, Island brought it to my attention. I had to sit there and kind of. She didn't get Michael Byrne to it. Shit, okay. Yeah, and she did. Duan says, "Is Michael being recasted?" Yeah. According to the stuff I learned from Cat Lady, which is a shame. I mean, it's still trying for them to correct course or whatever, but you know, and I think it's going to be played. I think he's going to be played by that dollar version of him. Um, people are saying that he's going to be playing some character named Aristotle Dumas' son, but I don't. That's just the rumors, and you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be sitting there saying that. Never mind. Erase what I just said. Calculus, I couldn't handle that. Go look on your exam. Emmett is getting more likable than Joss. And what universe is that in? Like seriously, in what universe is that in? Um, Jarvis, because the writing is bad on B&B. Honestly, I find it to be stupid. And it's plot driven. Yeah, Ron, I haven't really watched his videos in a while, so I don't know what software he's using, so I can't sit there and respond. I can't say. Island says Carly is one of the worst mothers in soaps. I mean, she has her moments when she's decent. She chose Sonny in her life, and she knew exactly how dangerous Sonny was. Sean, that's how. She knew what kind of man that Sonny was. She knew the danger that Sonny brought, and she didn't care. That's the truth of the matter. She could have chose to sit there and not be with Sonny. She chose to be with him anyway. So everything that led up into that moment is on her. Just want. Oh, Alan says Albert Francis was wishing me well on my upcoming calculus exam. It's so hard, can't stay long. Just want to check in for a short while. Okay, Alan. Good luck. I I do like math. Um, so good luck on it. Oh, cat lady, you stop it. Cat lady, do you want me to lie? I mean, if you want me to pull a Steve Harvey on you, that's one thing. But you want me to pull a Steve Harvey on a person that's asked me a question? But yes, good luck on your exam, Island. No, I do like math, Wank. Because another thing is math has steps to it. Math has steps to it, and usually has a clear, concise answer. When it comes to us like English and like essays and stuff like that, is very up to the person's interpretation. That's the thing. Brian says your thoughts on Melina Trash being Kristen's lawyer. Um, exactly, Wink. I mean, it's weird, Ron, because like her working for Kristen, her putting her animosity aside, I guess that's kind of a good thing. I guess that's kind of a good thing because she held on to that for so long with Haley. So I'm kind of okay with it because it does show a certain evolution process. So that's my thoughts. Those who says what I like about math is adding up the dollars. I'm glad you like her, Danny. I don't know. I mean, they had some convoluted way of like they had this really convoluted way of like bringing her back. So I'm kind of just like, um, okay, I guess. Oh, I know this, Duan. I'm there sometimes. Ego, I think Johnny is the one that blank EJ, but still Johnny's family is full of wackos. What's good, Freddie? What's good, DMV? It is so sad that still teachers haven't figured out a way to teach it properly. But yes. Also, while people are here, make sure you click on the link to become a member. I haven't pushed that in a while, but like we do have some we do have some really good conversations in the member circles, and I do videos specifically for members. So if you're not a member, make sure you do sit there and become a member. Are they still sit there? Yeah, DMV. Why now is actually getting good. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I was going to say, Ron. Like, I don't understand where that thought process came from, but okay. The best part of Days of Our Lives was Sammy and Johnny. Um, yeah, I guess. Thank you, Janet. Yes, listen, you become a member, you have a good time. There's a lot of things that I talk about in the member circles that I don't necessarily talk about everywhere else. Um, Plus there's certain tea that goes into the member circle. And Janet's been a member for a hot minute, so trust me, take Janet's word for it. I love math. My lecture is hard to understand. English isn't his first language. I have to watch YouTube to grasp the concepts. Yeah, I did that a couple of times. Now it's not there studying for certain tests and stuff like that. I went to YouTube. It's a great tool. But yes, thank you, Janet. We definitely always bring it to. We definitely always bring it when it comes towards the members chat. So thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. But yeah, why not? Why not actually getting good? Um, why not actually getting good? Seriously, no. Thank you, Janet. Like I said, Janet has been a member for pretty much the beginning, and we had some good times, and we're gonna have some good times this year. Trust me. Freddie says, Albert, even though I can't stand Willows, but I have to admit I like this devious side of Willow instead of the kindness and sweet girl. Yeah. She knows how to throw down. She's not afraid of Carly. She's not afraid of Carly. Carly is nobody to be afraid of. Jenna says, I'm a unicorn member. Listen, you are an awesome member. Um, so I definitely appreciate having you. Yeah, like Carly's, hmm, Carly's nobody to be afraid of. Carly is nobody to be afraid of. Shit. I'm not going to sit there and act like a bunch of scaredy pants around Carly. No, 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 no. Okay. Yeah, well, Kyrie's is not streaming tonight. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Janet? Somebody else said the exact same thing, and in this chat, somebody said the exact. At first, I thought that that person was kind of bugging a little bit, but now that you're saying it, I'm like, Francis says 32 in the chat and 19 likes. Yes, hit that like button. It does actually help. We get new people in the chat all the time, so I agree with Carly though. Uh, Kids are tough and resilient. They'll be fine. Like they're tough and resilient. They be fine. It doesn't matter. Ain't Carly's kids. Shit. You have your kids. Damn near almost all of them are grown up already. Why don't you mind your kids' business instead of minding somebody else's kids' business? Or minding somebody else's kids' business. No kids, the not. Brink says, I'm tired of people breaking up fights on themselves. They should have let Nina be the one to stop Carly from slapping Willow by slapping her. That fight is long overdue. Don't you know that they don't? Don't you know that they don't? They don't. They're very PC now. They don't really do that stuff anymore. Unfortunately, absentee my host like I'm dead. No, this heifer. The hell she did? Yeah, she did, Freddie. Listen, Carly's the type of person that will sit there and push your buttons. And the only way to sit there and deal with Carly is to take it to the floor. There's a saying, when they go low, we go high. Nah, F that. With Carly, when she goes low, you take that to the goddamn floor. Because that's the only language that that woman will understand. So, yeah. Um, anyway. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. But yeah, they're very PC now. You know, honestly, tell you the truth, Wink, I was surprised that we actually saw a fight scene on. Have a good night, Francis. Have a great weekend. I'm surprised you saw a fight scene on Bow and the Beautiful, and not just a fight scene, but an actual good fight scene. Like Bow and the Beautiful fight scene was better than that lame ass fight scene with uh, uh than I want to think Mason and Dex. That might have been the lamest fight scene I've seen in years. And I'm like, GH, come on. Y'all gotta do better than that. When B&B is actually beating y'all in anything, that's a problem. Wing says B&B is over having incest relationships, they might as well fight. Um All I know is that Daphne. All I know is that Daphne. I feel like Daphne may start to go a little kind of psycho. Danny says, Albert, my favorite new character on GH right now is Brooklyn, but she needs to tell Dante the truth about the baby. Well, I'm glad you like her. I still find her to be a very trifling ass woman. And I'm not going to sit there and stop saying that, too. No matter who shows up in this chat, I'm still going to sit there and say, I'm going to call Brooklyn trifling 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. Best soap today. Best soap today was. Oof, this is good. Mm, I guess I got to go with GH. I got to go with GH today. I mean, they were all hitting, but I got to go with GH today. Now, Beyond the Gates. Oof. Beyond the Gates wasn't bad, but like, it's funny. When Tommy's here, Tommy always sits there and says that Ted should just tell the truth. Ted should just tell the truth. Andre's sitting there telling Ted, like, yo, bro, why don't you just tell us this way Leslie won't have that power over you? But Ted is like, nah, man, it's all about the money. Whatever. I took care of it. Settled. I think I actually did a very good Ted impression. Kyrie Clark, would you be so brazen if your girl comes through, you know how is talking about Brooklyn Quartermain? Absolutely, Kyrie's. Shit, let me tell you something, Kyrie's. I know Cat Lady's here, and she ain't liking the fact that I'm talking about Carly, but after I have a couple more of these goddamn drinks, I'm gonna sit there and read Carly's ass like there's no tomorrow. Well, how you doing tonight, Kyrie's? I was just not there talking about you, too. I know, Wink. It was kind of sad. I think I actually have a turtleneck shirt. I'm gonna wear it next time. I think yeah, I actually have a turtleneck shirt. Yes, I do. I actually have a turtleneck shirt that I don't know why I had that thing washed for, but I guess there was a reason for it. So I actually have a turtleneck shirt too. Okay, all right. Ooh, Duane has a very good question. Kyrie's Clark, when are you going? When are you going on JOJ Media? Yes, that's a very important question. Inquiring minds want to know. And by inquiring minds, I mean me in this whole chat, but mostly me though. Oh, DMV, she's probably sitting there taking care of her cats. And Eileen has a question for you, um, Carice. Absolutely, Sean. About goddamn time. I mean, covering up shit for her clearly don't work. But it looks like Doug may stop the gambling. I mean, he may wind up losing his wife though too. Well, the one I think the other question was also more important though too. Better be committed than yes, of course, DMV, absolutely. And she's going to sit there and do it involuntarily. It's going to be so great to watch. Do a little stint in Ferncliff or whatever. Take some meds to kind of like make you all droopy and everything. You had me scared of it. I thought dog kills. I'm not gonna lie, Wink. All I saw was a bunch of blood and the fact that it was a kid. Um, I was kind of glued to my seat for a hot minute. I was like, is he really gonna? But see, that's the problem, though, right, Wink? Like, I mean, not so much saying that I wanted him to do that, but like maybe it could have been some sort of complication or something. And it turned out it was fine. It was like they did all that hype, and then it didn't go nowhere. It's like Danny and the whole pew pew. Did you? Yeah, it. I don't know. They just, that's the problem though, Wink. They do things, and then it's like I don't know. You thought they were gonna sit there and kill off Laura, but she just gave her some sort of an infection. Ugh. And that comment is for you, Kyrie's Clark, who apparently is going to be doing it. Who is apparently is going to be on JOJ Media's channel. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this shit, I thought this was a ghost for a hot minute. I really did. Yeah, I am too. I am too. We was thinking the same thing. Curry says not yet. And when will Diane Miller stop wearing her red rig? When will Albert buy a new curtain? And when will Connie Vanesky be able to fit all those questions line with? I just think it will be a very epic. I think it will be a very epic collab. I would share that shit on social media. I'll share it on Facebook. I'll share it on Twitter and on Instagram. Wing says it's like stop teasing the audience, kill people, fight. Nikisha said Beyond the Gate should be groundbreaking, having Terrell all off himself from team bullying, but those writers have no balls. Yes, I agree with that. I agree. I agree with that. I mean, how about this? We'll both do it. We'll both do it. Me and you, Kyrie, we'll both do it. You down with that, right? Lisa says I'm digging the creepy window at this point. It's an awesome window. I love it. So I appreciate it. No, not behind me. For some odd reason when I lifted this up, I was doing something and like this thing moved. I don't know. Maybe the alcohol got to me. I think it'd be fun, Kyrie. It'd be me. Exactly, Duane. I'd go with him. I'm not gonna have him going to the lion's den by himself. I mean, if he wants to do that, that's cool. I can't with this guy. I can't with this guy, Kyrie. I can't. In American shows, yes. Like, in American shows. Unaliving, yeah. We'll just call it unaliving, yes. But yes, they need to do. I mean, it's the American. See, this is why I watch Hollyoaks. I've been slacking a little bit, but this is why I watch Hollyoaks because I feel like with the American stuff, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that on American stuff. So I watched. Yes, we were talking about how shows the UK is way ahead of us in drama wise. Yeah, they are. That's why sometimes I'll be sitting there trying to recommend um I got lost in the thoughts for a minute. That's why I'll be sitting there trying to tell people about Hollyoaks. When I have some time, if I ever have any time, I'll do a review and I try to get some more people. Harry says to think I was actually going to come here tonight and be normal before well as close as I can be normal. I saw a little early. I thought you had enough of a headache tonight. I mean, you wouldn't give me a headache. You just, wink, wink, wink. Just let it go. Let it go, wink. Let it go. Trust me, I'm saving you a headache. Let it go. Janice says I expect a better Friday cliffhanger on Beyond the Gates. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jenny. I mean, you're 100% right. I don't think Beyond the Gates is a bad show, but they are slacking on a lot of stuff that they shouldn't be. Um, like I said, I don't even know who their target audience is supposed to be. I mean, I know it may be for like younger people, but like whenever they start talking, I don't feel like it's something that like my grandmother agree not bad, not amazing. I don't think some of the stuff that they talk about sometimes is stuff that like my grandmother would would want to listen to. Like they don't want to sit there and listen to influencers and models and stuff like that. Like I mean, maybe on B&B, but like they don't even do the modeling shit anymore. So like, Freddie says also, I get Carly wants to be a mama bear, but really she doesn't have a say. I mean, yes, she is Wiley and Amelia's grandmother, but Michael is the only one. Yes, that is correct, Freddie. She needs to mind a business that pays her, and she doesn't. Curry says I was talking about Tom started chat. I see you got that. Oh God, yes. Uh, my lord. I didn't understand what he was saying. I was lost. I was so let's put it this way. I was so lost that what Wank was not there reading the comments. Wank wanted to take a drink. I don't get that. I don't get that. It's like I don't like Will. Why not? Because of Nick Newman. I don't like you. I don't like Will's father. You don't like Joshua Marrow. You don't like Joshua Morrow. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm being petty. You're not being petty. You're just not making sense. If you don't like Nick Newman, that has nothing to do with Will Spencer. They're two different characters and they're not related to each other. Unless you're sitting there saying you don't like the fact that he looks like him. Like I don't understand that shit. I felt like I was getting kind of a headache just trying to understand what he was saying. I'm like, I think I kind of pieced it together, but even still then, it's kind of dumb. Remember one time he said that he didn't feel bad for a lecture because she was a Forester. I'm like, you don't feel bad for this girl that's brand new to the show because she has the last name Forrester? That's fucking stupid. And I keep remembering that it's the internet. Thank you, Freddie. Yes, thank you. Yeah, hit that like button. I have no idea where we are as far as likes, but it definitely does help. I'm almost afraid to look. Okay. We're good. We got 27 people in the chat. We got 26 likes, so we kind of there. Oof. Thank you, Lisa. Love to have fun. I try not to. I try not to wink. I mean, I'm not. I mean, this live stream is not monetized, so. But I try not to throw the F bomb around. Sometimes that just kind of slips out. Carly Spencer called her grandchild Wiley a child. Yeah, she did. What she need to be doing is not there making sure nobody falls out no goddamn windows. That's what she need to be doing. That's what she need to be doing. Going up people's houses acting like a goddamn wild ass hyena. No, she needs to sit there and be working on her damn hotel. Wayne says, I tune in every day to see who's gonna get 86 first. There's some contenders. There's some contenders. But this one is being a little more level headed, so I mean, hopefully, I don't have to sit there and say 86 this person or 86 their ass. I mean, I don't know how much I would enjoy it because that person would have to be an asshole and mess up my vibe. So, what's good, Amber? Carrie says, "You damn right. That's what Carly needs to do to make sure those windows are." Yes, more comical than scary. But yeah, that's what she need to be doing. So yeah, fun times. Um, okay. Carius, do you think that Audra can trust Victor as far as the deal? No, it's just Marco. Blaze has a different father. Just Marco is his father from what they have said. Because you watch GH here and there. Oof, how was that? Have a good night, Island, and good luck on your test. And Island says, "Good luck, Carice, on your course." Lisa says she'd be a fool to trust Victor. Yes, she would. But now she got the cases of stupids. Because she want to trust Victor and she want to ruin her relationship with Nate. I'm like, is she bored with Nate? Wink says, "Do you enjoy Brooke today?" Absolutely, Wink. Girl still got it going on. I was here. Listen, I may sit there and save that. I may sit there and save that episode. Of course, Freddie. Of course. Curry says Carly should went to MS. Pat Shaw wrote and said, "F you and your kids. I'm out. I wouldn't sweat Willow. She's weak, and Carly got her own daughter to raise." I don't know. She may tap into that Nina energy and whoop Carly's ass. And Carly ain't nobody to be afraid of. Listen, I'm gonna sit there and tell y'all. I'm gonna tell some of y'all Carly fans right now. Carly ain't nobody to be afraid of. That woman bleeds just like everybody else. Everyone wants to sit there and try to act like Carly's that girl. No, Carly can sit there and get her ass whooped just like anybody else. Carly can sit there and get red just like anybody else. Harry says, and yes, Audra is dumb to risk this. I hope she managed to screw Victor over, though. That would be an epic underdog Victor. Yes, I'm here for that. She was trying to throw her hands, say, yeah, exactly. Act like a goddamn wild ass hyena. Like, Jason, if you don't sit there and get this girl under control. Wing says, what do you think about Nina and Jen Sitwell as a couple? I'm here for it. Because I get to sit there and see more Jen. And I don't. Do you, okay, Wayne, do you like Jen Sitwell? Because I actually do. I actually like Jen. I actually like Sitwell. I actually like Sitwell. I know Nikisha, she's not a fan of Sitwell, but I like Sitwell though. I understand her reasons why, but DMV says nobody screws Victor over. Nobody. Yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna sit there and say that. I ain't going there. Carly needs to sit her ass down and get a better upgrade on those Metro Core windows so that nobody else falls through them. Exactly. Exactly. Wing says I do. He was cartoonist at first, but when he yelled at Natalia, I instantly like him. I love Natalia. I like Natalia. I love Cat Lady. I like Natalia though. It's just kind of weird that they seem like they have to try to find. I mean, they do have a reason for Natalia to stay now, because she does have her other son to sit there and repair the relationship with those two. Kyrie says, imagine if Audra tells Kyle and Claire what Victor's up to. They pretend to break up, then Audra gets her company. I mean, in an ideal world, yeah. But I just don't like the fact that it's like now what's good, Jay Blue? I'm surprised that there wasn't a lawsuit when Christina went to the window. Yeah, I mean, Alexis is a lawyer, right? Wayne says, I like him sticking up for his son. Yeah. He had a really shitty way of how she handled um, him coming out. Now, y'all know my opinions on this, so we're not going to sit there and go back and forth on that. But, oh, you're currently watching Jay's now. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone does really DMV. I mean, we're not actually there. And why? Okay, you have no idea if Avery loves Ava. Every time she sees her mother, she's up there smiling and wanting to be with her. So, like, I mean, have we not been watching the same show? Messing with the right one. I mean, we all have seen this, apparently, except for you, DMV. Dot period. Okay. Freddie says, yeah, a lot of folks on social media can't stand Natalia's character because of her bigotry behavior and commentaries. Yeah, I get that. I do. And I've always sat there and, yeah, what does make her a lousy mother? Like, where is that even coming from? I mean, I've just been kind of ignoring most of your comments for most of the night, but what the hell are you talking about? I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've talked about this before. It's nothing to most of us. Uh, you guys are fans. I'm a fan. So let's sit there and say nobody. Yeah, it's not a likable character at all. I mean, see, part of me just kind of looks at stuff like that, and I'm like, Jay Blue says, I forgot to give kudos to Christina for convincing Sonny to tell Dante and the rest of the family about his health condition. You know, I think I just don't like the way she went about it. Like, in a sense, she did do that, which is great, but she also ambushed him, though, too. You know, Sonny thought he was just going to dinner with her. And she was like, oh, well, I'm bringing. That was super invasive. DMV, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So we here to have a good time, and I've been drinking, and I'm gonna probably say some shit that you're not gonna like in a hot minute. So if I was you, I would kind of just chill out. I would kind of just chill out a little bit because I've been kind of ignoring you for the most part. But yeah, I just didn't like. I didn't like the way she did. It was. It seemed like it was kind of sneaky a little bit. What's good, Jonathan? But yeah, it just yeah. I'm like, come on, DMV, let's not go there. Wing says, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that was out of. I remember sitting there. I remember calling her out that day. Yeah, I did. Um, here's the thing, Jonathan. I know that Rafe is upset with Jada. Like, I get that, but like, you hooking up with Sammy, really? Like, usually I'm the type of person that's like, okay, an eye for an eye in a sense, but I did like the Sammy and Johnny scene because like that really wasn't a simple answer. Like why would you sit there and still marry EJ and have another child with EJ and still want to be with him after what he did? Yeah, I get it, Freddie. I get it. And some people actually do feel the same way about that. I actually personally like it. Um Surprisingly, the one person who likes Jocelyn, surprisingly, the one person actually does like Jocelyn. Wayne says, "Great question. Which one? Are you talking about the Sammy one? Are you talking about? I mean, like, why would Sammy still be with EJ? Yeah, I was. Yeah, because the thing is, it's not just one. Like, it's not just I loved him and stuff like that. Like, I remember when she said that she felt like she kind of didn't deserve. She felt like she didn't deserve like love or like something good in her life. And then it just kind of hit me. She's been pretty much messed up since that first time that she got, and then everything after that has just been a domino effect. So yeah, I would probably sit there and say that was probably my favorite scene um in the whole thing. In the whole episode. Spikequake says, look like Sammy and Rafe are back together. He's a POS for cheating on Jada. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, yes, in a sense, but see, in his mind, he still feels that Jada cheated on him. Yeah, I wasn't happy about it all. The Spikequake. I had to sit there and go on Paramount Plus, which it's just exhausting at times. I kind of knew that was going to happen, though. Like I kind of knew that was going to happen, and it sucks though because they don't have it on YouTube. They don't have it on YouTube like General. Jay Blue says, "Why do we need these scenes with Sasha and Jason? I'm so over them." You mean where Sasha wants to sit there and act like she's? I'm not a fan of Trina's top today. I hate that we have to wait until 6. Yes, Wink. And it's so annoying because I'm not gonna lie, Wink. It really does mess me up. Um, Especially because I watch all 5 of the soaps. Harry says, but I can't wait until the confrontation between Christina and Xander next week is going to be good. Kristen is no joke. Yeah, no, Kristen is no joke. Um, I'm gonna kind of date myself a little bit because I don't think you know who she is, but Kristen reminds me of Sharon Stone in a sense. Johnson says Rafe and Jada are pretty much separated, so it's not really cheating. Mm, I get. See when you this is why I rock with you, Rain, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's because the West Coast is 3 hours behind. Yeah, you said Basic Instinct. I was like, but see, like I can't say that to Kyrie because I don't. I mean, I know Kyrie's is young, so it's like if I sit there and say Sharon Stone, like, I mean, he can Google it, but like, Like Craig says, but technically Jada cheated on Rafe, but you can't blame her. Jada, yes, no, and that's true. That is true. Jay Blue says, so is Trina basically working for free at Ava's gallery? She don't got no money to pay. She don't got no money to pay right now. Like, and she likes Ava. So Freddie says, Albert, Sonny's my boy. I understand Sonny doesn't want everyone to see him weak. He is a mob king, but he needs to stop being stubborn and get that heart surgery if he wants to live a longer life. Yeah, and that's the thing. I keep saying in a lot of these reviews, every time Sonny's like, I'm going to put up for surgery because of this. I'm going to put up for surgery because of my what you call it. And it's like, bro, you can't protect your family if you're 6 feet under. Wink says, speaking of old movies, they're remaking Single White Female. I never actually watched that. I know I've heard of it, but I never actually. To be fair, I never actually watched Basic Instincts. I never actually watched Basic Instincts. I know about it. I'm a huge Michael Douglas fan, but I never actually watched the movie though. It's on my bucket list. Yeah, no, it's on my bucket list. My two favorite Michael Douglas movies is The Game and Falling Down. Yeah, Jay Blue. Yeah, I like Drew's haircut. I like Drew Kane's haircut. Wing says The Game is crazy. I know. I love that movie. Like, I think it's like a '90s, maybe early 2000 movie, and it still holds up. It is so funny though when the car phones, like just watching some of the old shit, like the car phones. I was like, I had to look at that shit one day. I was like, is that a car phone? Yeah, Freddie. I'm still gonna watch it though. I'm still gonna watch it. Um, I mean, to be fair, Freddie, when we saw the first one, it probably looked a little cringe too. So, Wink says, looks like a brick. Yo, I think that's why I kind of like going back and like watching like old like '90s movies because it's like, or even like their cell phones or the cordless phones. Remember how big? I'm not gonna sit there and date myself. I'm like, remember how big the cordless phones was? Harry says You want to know who haircut is better than Drew? Tracy Abbott isn't. Her hairline, her haircut splendid. Oh, Tracy. You know, some people is actually getting upset with the fact that every time that Tracy seems like she's going to be happy, get a love interest, she is the heart of the Abbots. Um, they find a way to sit there and like rip her heart out, pretty much. Wing says free calls at 9 on those cell phones. Oh my god, I cannot believe I lived in an era like that, though. I see why people sit there and say stuff was more simpler back then, you know. Especially how people dress back then. Like, oh my god, the fashion. I'm not even a huge like fashion person, but like I feel like if I go back and I start looking at some of my pictures from high school, I would just cringe on the spot. Yes, Freddie, hit that goddamn like button. Yeah, I don't. But you know what, Kyrie? You know who actually took out Martin? Phyllis Summers. I'm sorry, Phyllis Summers Newman. Phyllis Newman. Valerie said, Hand That Rocked the Cradle is my favorite 90s movie of mine. Wing said, Did you wear FUBU? No, I think I was always a Tommy Hill. I think I was always a Tommy Hilfiger fan. I wasn't cool enough to wear FUBU, but I rocked the shit out of Tommy Hilfiger. I used to listen to a lot of LL Cool J back then. Now that's cringe. That's cringe. If you want to sit there and go with cringe, ugh. Harry says Phyllis is not Newman. Her and well, listen. When you go to Wikipedia, her shit still says Newman, so she is still a Newman. She, you know, listen. I like the fact that she kept that name. Her and Sharon kept that name. Like Jay Blue says, I never wore any of those brands. I don't know. I mean, it was a '90s thing, so like, what's good, Queen Jess? I think it's. Um, I think a couple of his. I think a couple of his songs still hit. If we're gonna be honest, a couple of them. Wayne said, "Deepest, bluest, my head is a shark," featuring Hello. Oh, Deep Blue Sea. Come on, Carries. I know you don't like Phyllis, but she earned that name. She earned that name. She's a Newman. Summer's a Newman. All right? Phyllis earned that name. Phyllis, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kyrie. Phyllis can be kind of annoying at times. Wing says, "Around the Way, Girl." That is a classic. Oh my god, I don't even remember what grade I was in when that came out. I remember he actually had a show. I don't remember it being good, but kind of annoying that way too. Generous. She She's earth shattering. Earth shattering beautiful. Paris, I think that's what you mean. You mean earth shattering beautiful. You know, like Nikki Newman. The radiant, stunning Nikki effing Newman. Jay Blue says, I love Around the World Girl. Oh my God. That like threw my ass back in high school, I think. That's kind of morbid. How about we focus on that? Oh yeah, just recently they're talking about like car phones and like Fubu stuff that I don't think that I'm pretty sure you were born after all that stuff. Wink says I can smell the vodka from here. Oh no, I do not do vodka straight up. No, 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 no. That lady was here earlier, but apparently I might have pissed her off because I was talking shit about Carly. I figure I let just kind of hang out for a little bit before I decide if how did behind the gates and it got interrupted for me. It wasn't really a great ending. Um she pretty much manipulated her daughters and they're saying I'm not gonna do anything crazy and you know and then Doug said that he was gonna quit gambling. And it interrupted for me too. I had to watch it on Paramount. Yeah, I interrupted. Well, yeah, we live in New York, so yeah. Freddie says, what's your thoughts on the Kaya character? I'm trying to understand this character. Like, what is his background more than just. My thoughts on him is that he's an incomplete character. My thoughts on him is that okay, let me tell you something about Kai. Kai is not a character. Kai is a character for Trina. Kai is not his own individual character. He is a boyfriend for Trina. That's it. That's all he's there for is to be Trina's boyfriend, is to be her love interest. Jay Blue said that song came out in the 90s. What song came out in the 90s? Wait, let me tell you something. Nikki Newman. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna sit there and say it's Kari's. I apologize in advance. I hope you have your Pepto Bismol ready. Um, what's good, Ebony Love? There's a video where some of the cast are sitting there congratulating Victor for being on the show, or Eric Braeden for being on the show for so long. November 1990. Um, and of course, you had the actress that played Nikki Newman. She still got some cleavage. Like I sat there, I was like, and I was just about to sit there and come on stream, and I was like, is it my imagination? Is that chick actually got some nice cleavage? And then I wanted to sit there and tell Kyrie's, and I forgot about that. What's good, Tracy Steves? I think Kyrie's kind of tuned out at this point, but guys, you stop it. Then listen, Wink, she must have been wearing like a good bra because I was like, yes, happy Friday, Tracy Steves. I'm just saying, Melanie Thompson Scott or whatever her name was is she was looking bad. Like, just saying. Just says, why doesn't Trainer want Kai to get the surgery? I might have missed it. She doesn't want him to get hurt again. She feels that either the surgery is going to go wrong or if he plays football, he's going to get hurt again. And then what? Right? What if the injury's worse? I mean, I feel like she's kind of doing a whole doom and gloom and just thinking about the worst case scenario, but like it is a possibility. So yeah, she just doesn't want him to get hurt again. Listen, Kyrie's, okay? She was actually she wasn't looking bad, bro. She was not looking bad. Okay? He could get her crossing the street. Yes, that's true. Yes. 100%. Paris, you stop it. Just Diana's right. Alexis need to Christy. Yeah, yes. And it's actually funny, Jess. Like when I was sitting there watching that, I was just like, I wonder how Kyrie's sitting there taking this scene. Because yeah, I mean, literally the last time that she sat there and covered for her daughter, that was the whole, oh, I'm gonna go out there and try to, unalive John or whatever that FBI agent was. And look how that turned out. And now she goes and she decides to go crazy and do it all over again. Not even have good proof, so I wouldn't even be scared. See that's the part that loses me though. What's good, Dave? That's the part that loses me though. Okay, so I know this is for you, but I'm gonna read this anyway. Trina doesn't want him to get the surgery because she's skeptical of Drew, and what the hell is Drew going to do? What is Drew going to do? Oh my God. If it was somebody else, they would not be sitting there whining and bitching about, oh, don't get the surgery because I don't. I think that was, to be fair, Dave, I think that was more of a Curtis thing than anything else. I don't think that was necessarily a. Yeah, see, I was waiting for it, Kyries. But like, I sat there when Curtis was like, "Oh, why? I don't think that he should sit there and trust Drew with this surgery." Is Drew performing the surgery? No? Then shut the up. Also, Curtis, are you gonna sit there and flip the bill? Hmm? I mean, you're doing more better for yourself. You can flip this surgery bill, right? Curtis is complaining. Curtis was complaining to like, why don't you exactly? Why don't I don't I want him to keep away from Drew. Okay. You gonna donate to the funds? No, if you're not, then shut the fuck up then. Freddie says, Albert, yeah, pretty much Kai is just there for Trina. I just wish they would do more of a deeper dive into his character, but we most likely not going to get it. Only time will tell, I guess. I mean, oh shit. Just said why I just said that. I know, just it's, I mean, it's tomato, tomato. Um, J. Blue says absentee Michael has no say about his kids. Okay, well, I mean, he is absentee right now. And let's be honest, Carly don't have no say about Willow's kids and Michael's kids. And I know people listening to saying, but that's his grandmother. Okay, well then stay in your goddamn lane now. How about you worry about making sure nobody else falls out of a goddamn window? How about that? Like Carly was oof. Carly was working my goddamn nerves today. Willow was going low today. She deserved a slap. Here's my whole thing. Let me tell you something about Carly. Let me tell you about people like Carly. God damn it, I gotta say this again. You can't take the high ground with Carly. Carly's the type of person that will sit there and go low. When she goes low, you gotta take that shit to the floor. Exactly, Freddie, and she shouldn't care. People will sit there and want to act like Carly is just this big bad force of nature, like nobody could sit there and take Carly. And she walked in that house like she owned that shit. I Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You gotta take it to the house. Let me tell you something right now. And I know I'm gonna sit there and piss off some Carly fans, but I don't really give a shit. There's a couple of fantasies that I would love to play out. I can't say half of them here, but one of the fantasies I would have loved if Willow would have beat the living hell out of Carly. Because if that would have happened, let me tell you something. Y'all thought I was an asshole before. Oof. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. I would have enjoyed myself, I tell you that much. You goddamn right, Wink. Harry says, well, Willow and Nell are twins after all. I thought I knew Michael should have never let her adopt that boy. Well, she did, and it is what it is. In what world? Okay, in my fantasy world, goddamn. The point is, I would have loved to see that. I listen, Willow. I mean, Carrie's in. I'm sorry, I quote you, Willow. In my in one of my fantasies, I would have loved for Willow to sit there and beat the shit out of Carly. Listen, Carly is not this. uh, You know, she's not the goddamn juggernaut. Okay, like y'all people. I mean, I like Carly up until today. Carly got on my not too much. I'm just saying, like she got on my nerves. Oof. Carly would break Willow's jaw. Ah, Willow was running her mouth, and Nina was standing there looking stupid. Mother and daughter on both are both idiots. Jess, I will say this much though. I do wish that Nina. I wish they would let them fight. Yeah, exactly. Let Carly hit Willow. Let Willow hit I mean, listen, let me tell you something right now. Carly was already out of pocket for even Smith. They come in that damn house, those kids there, and putting hands on her goddamn mother. Carly says, now you know who could beat Carly in a fight. Tracy Abbott. Get her mad like Connie. Okay, Carly, so I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's get a little nuts tonight. Let's get a little nuts tonight, Carly. Let me ask you a question. What do you think looks better? Carly Spencer from General Hospital or Tracy Abbott from The Young and the Restless? What do you think looks better? Ebony says, I think Trina is afraid she might lose Kai. I mean, the girl already lost 3 boyfriends. 3? Rory, Spencer. I I feel like we're missing one. Oh, there you go, Jonathan. Carly took Brenna's advice and it was not good advice. No, yeah, no. Jonathan, I'm gonna call him Jack. I'm gonna call him Jack the Jackass because that's exactly what that move was. It was a jackass move. Oscar, Ebony, Oscar was not Trina's boyfriend. Oscar was Jocelyn's boyfriend. Yeah, Jack the plumber. I like that. I call him no. I call yeah Bob the accounting. Bob the accountant. The accountant. You know what I mean. Carrie says Carly looks a little better, but Tracy is not far behind. Not exactly the answer I was looking for, but okay, I guess I'll do. Yes, Bob the plumber. Bob the plumber. That works. I always sit there and laugh whenever I hear people sit there and say, "I want the real Jack back." I'm like, that's not going to happen. I swear, sometime this week somebody was sit there, Bob the builder. No, can't use that one, Jonathan. See, Kyrie's already used that. I don't exactly remember what he used it towards, but he already used Bob the builder. Oh yeah, Mason's character. Yeah. Yeah, he called Mason's character Bob the Builder. And we're back to Crazy Town. Okay. Um, just Drew is so obsessed with lame insults there. How lame was it though, Jess? No, 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 no. What did he sit there and say when she was? He said something along the lines of, "If we had to sit there and take account of how many men that you actually ran through in this family." That was a burn. I don't give a damn if you like Drew or not, but like that was a burn when he sat there and said, like, yeah, okay, let's sit there and talk about your exes. Now, how many exes did you run through in this family? I don't exactly remember what it was word for word or whatever, but like I just remember that being like, I was like, Carly, shut up. I was like, Carly, shut up. Stop talking, Carly. That was a burn. Not all those insults is lame, and you know it. Besides, nobody sat there and invited Carly the goddamn hyena to sit there and be walking in somebody else's house like they owned it. Wing says, keep in mind, Drew is a doorknob in the room. Everybody has a turn. Yeah, but they never frown on it when he went to jail for, yeah, like an idiot. That was clearly a mistake. That was clearly a mistake. Ooh, Jess, I'll let it go. Paris has been tired. They look pretty the other day. I give her props, but Tracy was looking better than this week. My girl Tracy was glowing like honey. I'm sorry, what? He was running his mouth like a little. What did you just say? Yeah, exactly, Freddie. It was kind. It wasn't even like. It wasn't even like a. It's more like a short reprieve. Wing says, "Say, Albert, double massage. Albert, your massage, Mr. Show. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. That's not. That's actually not what I said. So I didn't say anything. I have no idea what you're talking about, Wing. Like, what are you talking about? There was no wheels turning. Like, what are you talking about? There was no wheels turning. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't stop myself for anything. I was slipped there. I was stuck on Jess's comment. Like, she did not sit there and watch her. I'm trying to be nice, and Jess is doing exactly what she did a couple days ago, trying to poke the goddamn bear. Girl, you don't want it. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, so Kyrie's is in full troll mode. Kyrie's is in full troll mode. Um, but see, that's the thing, though, Wink. She's not gonna get me like she almost tried to before. She's not gonna do that. I mean, she knows I'm pretty much the Victor Newman of these streets. I'm like, listen, Jess, I'm sorry that your girl Carly was wild out, acting like a goddamn hyena, acting like a goddamn hyena, out of pocket, full grown hypocrite, had the audacity. Let me tell you something, Jess, because let me tell you. You know, the fact that Carly sat there and said to Willow that she was a bad mom, and yet her son is in a burn unit because of the shitty ass choices that she made. I'm sorry, the self centered choices that she made in her life. Because let's see, Michael got shot in the head because Carly chose Sunny because it was about what Carly wanted. Now Carly's son is in a burn unit because of Sunny. You know, another award winning choice that Carly made. So she really came out her mouth saying shit that she shouldn't have said, came across as a hypocrite, and minding a business that don't pay her. So I think I kind of rest my case, counselor. Sorry, Jess, I didn't want to do it to you. I didn't want to. We cool, we cool, but it was kind of getting a little too you, and I had to sit there. I mean, look at what Willow's mom got her into. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Wayne says not to mention the kidnapping, murder, someone, and yep, there you go. There you go, Wayne. There you go. Curry says the Deacon lose all credit. Yeah, it was bad. But I will say this much though, Kyrie's. That fight was actually pretty good. That fight was a lot better than that trash ass fight with Dex and Mason. I'll tell you that much, Kyrie's. That fight was a lot better than that trash ass fight with Dex and Mason. Have a good night, Jay Bloom. It was great to see you. Exactly, like an idiot, Freddie, like an idiot. Because let me tell you something. No, let me tell you what that sentence really means. Carly will put her happiness before her kid's safety. Wink says, I'm a Carly fan, but she's living in a glass house. Brownstones, yes. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I wasn't going that far, but yes. Um, but yes, that was actually a good fight though. That was actually a good fight. I mean, watching that and then going back and watching Mason and Dex fight just made it look even worse. Because let me tell you something. When B&B is actually better in anything compared to another soap opera, that's a problem. Dex is chick. Oh, okay. I swear. Jess, you came in at the right time. You missed a bit of a drama moment. Jess says I'm not even saying Carly is a good mom. She made bad choices, but Willow still loved crazy as Harmony, so it doesn't even matter. Uh Jess, you're pretty awesome. You are. I mean, kind of a bad sport, but you're pretty awesome. Um I totally forgot what the hell I was actually gonna say after that. No, I totally forgot I was gonna sit there and say. I don't remember. I do not remember. God damn it. Well, that's good. I got the whole Carly rant out of my system. I mean, it was so bad. I feel like it scared Cat Lady out my chat. She's still in Nikisha's chat. I forgot I gotta sit there and be Steve Harvey with her. I I don't know what it was. All I know is I heard somebody outside. I turned around. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Um, Carrie said, "Oh shit." Oh, sorry. Carrie says, "Yeah, they chose the wrong night to try me. I'm usually try me. Usually I'm streaming, so I keep my cool. But tonight I had nothing to lose. I swear I tried to hold that in, but tonight just had. Yeah, I'll be honest. It was a long time coming. If we're gonna be real, and, I'll talk more about it tomorrow. But I mean, if we're gonna be real, it was unnecessary. But I knew that this shit was gonna happen. Like just by the energy, I'm just like, okay. It's kind of annoying. Just like fucked up my whole damn vibe. Like, God damn, girl, like you can't sit there and just kind of just keep chill for like 5 minutes. Like, damn, I appreciate you being a member, but you wilding the fuck out for like no reason. Dot 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 dot. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? I walk so cars can run. I enjoy watching that. I mean, listen, I give him credit, but like after a while, I was just like, all right, we not gonna do this shit. Like, I mean, we can have different opinions and stuff like that, but when you start talking about, oh, well, you don't know your shit and this, that, and the third, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, goddamn, just because you become a member doesn't mean you can sit there and start going ham on other people. Like, that block button can still happen. Right? You are not worth that little extra fee that I'm sitting there giving just to deal with your chaotic bullshit. And it's just mind boggling to me. And Kairos, you have nothing to be apologetic for. I'm sorry I didn't sit there and pick up on that shit sooner. I thought it was just going to be a little back and forth moment, But of course, because it's me, because it's me, isn't that just the perks of being a streamer, Kyrie's? Isn't that just the perks of being a streamer? It gets stay always to that. Freddie says, Albert, she didn't want a normal life with a house with a picket fence. She wanted a gangster. Yeah, she's an idiot. Yeah, no, she's an idiot. And she's selfish. That's just who Carly is. Exactly. And I have no problem with calling her ass out. Wayne said, "That's why I said, oh, you mess with the right one." Yeah, when I saw that, I mean, I thought it was just going to be a back and forth. Like, okay, she doesn't like Ava, you like Ava, you know. And the thing is, like, what Kyrie says, somebody doesn't like Ava. Her name is Nikki. I'm gonna sit there and call her. Her name is Nikki. Like she was there saying like Ava was a menace or whatever, and Kyrie's just wrote it underneath like why he felt like she was wrong. And that was fine. It wasn't a back and forth thing. She didn't get out of pocket with him or anything like that. So I thought it was just going to be just a little back and forth, like, okay, whatever. You're a little older and you probably don't understand or whatever. It's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Dot dot dot. I'm like, dot dot dot. What does that even mean? uh, I still love doing this, but my God, some people, I have to sit there and remember that this is the internet. Johnson says, "What'd you think of Beyond the Gates today?" It was slow. Um, the thing is with Beyond the Gates, I'm noticing that there is pocket moments of good material. The Joey and the Doug stuff was good. Vanessa, um, but then some of the stuff starts to slow down, like Ted. Like sometimes Ted's acting like I actually mimicked a perfectly good Ted. All in all, it wasn't great. If we're just gonna put it like that, it wasn't great. It was pockets of moments that was good, but and for a Friday's episode, like Janice said, it should have been a little more of a cliffhanger. I felt like it lacked. I felt like it was probably. I hate saying this, but it was probably the worst. Wayne says I was shocked. Ted confessed to Audra. I was that kind of threw me, and I was glad that he did that because we had to sit there and wait weeks and weeks and weeks. Perry says usually I just troll Ava haters. It feeds my entertainment. That's when the I don't know my shit comment. Yeah, that. I mean, I get it, Kyrie. It's like when you said like hashtag this or whatever. Like if you're a little bit of an older person, maybe they felt like you were mocking them or something. Like oh hashtag this like you're a boomer or something. But it still shouldn't have came to that. But Kyrie, this is the internet. I mean, my favorite stuff was, I mean, fuck it, you already said it. So my favorite stuff was probably the Tom Star stuff. But like Tom Star just like baffled the living shit out of me. I was just like, what are you talking about? I mean, I can respect somebody's opinion even if I don't agree with it, but I just didn't understand where his opinion was going. I just baffled the shit out of me. The hell she does not. The hell does she does not. She don't need 4 episodes and and neither does Danny. When he says you're his new therapist. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I'll probably be a little more nicer than Kyrie's would. I'll be more condescending, but I'll be a little more nicer than Kyrie's style. I'm sorry, Carries, but like I feel like I'll be a little more nicer. I was just I was just baffled. I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean Nick Newman's son? You mean like you're I feel like the part that blew me was like I felt like you were blending a I felt like he was blending a reality with fantasy. He's not Nick Newman's son, he's Joshua Morrow's son. So you don't like Joshua Morrow because of the character he plays? So you're shitting on Will Spencer because you don't like the the dad of the actor that is Nick Newman? Like, what are you talking about? He was like, I don't know. Good, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about either. So, I mean, that's cool. That's your opinion. I mean, I 100% disagree with that, but I mean, we all have different definitions of beauty. So, okay, broski, you say so. That's your opinion. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you know what? It's funny, Freddie. Everyone ignore what just happened. Freddie says, Sasha said, what the rest of us been saying. Who's the rest of us? For months, Willow moved from one call to another. First, it was Dawn a Day with Shallow, then it was Dawn a Jury. Yeah, that's going to be my. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that, Wink. I think you were the only one that heard that. That was actually funny. Sasha still needs to sit there and kind of keep her goddamn mouth shut, though. Um, yeah, I mean that's cool, Kyrie's. I mean, it's good. Flawless. Okay. I mean, she's flawless to you, and I'm glad that you like her. But I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I feel like she's a tie with Audra. If we're gonna be honest, like both of those chicks are bad. So she as far as I'm concerned, Haley's a goddamn 10. So, but that's my opinion, and it stands. Freddie says the audience. The audience what? The audience what? What is this audience? The audience what? I'm gonna have to be a little more Steve Harvey when Catley decides to come back. Like I said, the audience. Gary says, I just don't like her. I love her in every way. I'm gonna try to get Naomi on my stream one day. By hell of high water. Ooh, by hell of high water. Okay. Well, that'd be awesome. Why don't you get Chelsea on there? The sad thing is, it's like I'm sitting there looking at the whole thing, and I'm like, I feel like Chelsea is the weaker character compared to Kat. Like Kat will annoy the shit out of me, but Chelsea still comes across as the weaker version. Also, I felt that the chick that plays Samantha on Beyond the Gates is like in her 30s. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and say this again. The woman that plays Samantha, Smitty and Martin's child, that's supposed to be a teenager, is in her 30s. Yeah, I want y'all to all sit there and just kind of absorb that shit for a hot minute. One of my subscribers told me that today, and I was like, I'm sorry, what did you, I was like, what did you just say? Beyond the Gay Samantha. Have a great night, Freddie. Thank you for joining me tonight. Oh my God, she really. It was good to see you, Freddie. Carrie says, I'm not surprised. I am. 95? What the Hold on. No, no. Fuck me. This chick is literally 30 years old. I just, like, what? Okay. Yes, Freddie, it's been too long. Been too long. Yeah, Wayne, 30. She is 30 years old. Yeah. Yeah, that's something to really sit there and think about. I mean, I get it. Like, I look at, like, American Pie, and, like, damn near all of them were, like, in their 30s and everything, but, like, it still is just kind of surprising to me a little bit. Like, really? Why would you make her character so young and you know what? Fuck it. I think I just answered my own question. All right. I think I gotta wake up sometime in the morning to have, I don't know, I guess we'll call it brunch with my dad and my family. But I'll be back on tonight. I mean tomorrow night. Usual time for members. So we'll sit there and chop it up, and yeah, just everyone remembers that even though I do these live streams, it's always a goddamn soap opera. What do you think of Martin fill him up? What do you think of Martin fill him up comment that was fill him up? I don't remember that. And I don't remember that. Freddie says no, but it's just my schedule of work. No, I get you, Freddie. I get you, Freddie. It's just good to see you whenever I do get to see you. So, but always appreciate your time when you come through, though. So, all right, everyone, have a great night. I will sit there and see y'all tomorrow. You know who y'all are. When Martin told Smitty he filled him up when Martin told Smitty he filled him up last night. I don't remember that. I'm sure it happened. I just don't remember that though. I guess sometimes certain stuff just kind of falls through the shuffle when you're actually watching five soap operas. I mean, I can think of a couple of adult scenes that comes to mind with that sentence, but I'll sit there and say that much. All right, everyone, you know exactly. If you're a member, come through tomorrow. If you're not a member, join and come through tomorrow, and we'll just have another great time. And spill the tea and all that stuff. All right, everyone, have a good night. Laters.